How you doing?
Yeah, good, bud. So
Practice practice go all right Tuesday?
now we did a little tandem doubles, and I threw like a bag of garbage, dude. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. Um, so yeah, not good. Not what we wanted, or not what I wanted to be throwing. I was throwing good, warming up, and then all of a sudden we got into tandems. And as you know, it's hard to get in the rhythm, but that's no excuse. I threw like complete garbage. But that's not why we're here, man.
Oh,
How'd your practice go? You went to practice as well.
yeah. I finally made it to Manchester to the new venue, much better venue than previous. We had a couple newbies, so each of our veterans, if you will, so we've each got paired up with one of the newbies, and me and my guy Davey, we managed to take third. So was pretty pleased with that first night back at club night, and the airmails were on point, which upset Adam, which
Yeah,
was nice.
good.
But yeah, like you said, that we're not here to talk about practice. We've got something else.
Practice? Talking about practice? No. Hey, we're here doing a little bonus episode this week. Some big news coming out of the U.S. side, and a friend of ours reached out to let us know the good news, so we invited him on tonight. And without further ado, let's get him on here, man.
Yeah, here he is.
Sean,
Here he
the
is.
What up?
sensei,
So
clean shaven and all. What is
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah. Yeah, I
Holy
cleaned it up.
Nikes. 2 years I've known
Yeah.
you. I've never seen you clean shaven.
Yeah. I
Strapping young
stumbled upon
lad.
I stumbled upon a razor.
Strapping young lad. So, we got you on here. You are a returning guest now. Always a pleasure to have you on. We have Croatia coming up in 3 weeks from today. And with that being said, obviously it's the World Cup. And I was fortunate enough that I've known you long enough that you reached out to me yesterday to give me a bit of good news, man. What is said good news?
So looks like I was selected to be part of the Team USA to represent in Croatia. I feel fortunate. I do know that, like, obviously, am I one of the top six in the U.S.? No. But I know that I'm, a very skilled and good player, and probably, obviously, the fact that I have a passport and the means probably helped a lot as well.
Maybe, but we're excited, man. I'm excited to have you on the team. I think it's awesome. I think it's well deserved. You travel a
100%.
lot.
Yeah.
You travel and come over and play here a lot. So I think it's awesome that you finally get to, or well, I say finally because you did represent the U.S. 3 years ago for the first U.S. teams or the World Teams event, didn't you? Yeah, there we go. That was the inaugural before they started calling it the World Cup.
Yeah.
It was the WCO Teams event.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So I have the original, and I have the trophy there. So like I said, it was, and it's funny because I think the first European event that I went to, which is the Rotterdam one, is still like the pinnacle of like of everything. Because of winning the singles and winning the WCO teams for America. I wasn't supposed to, like, I was just the extra guy, like it was like, okay, it's Justin Stranger, it's Corey Gilbert and Josh Thielen, and they're gonna win there too. And Sean, doesn't really matter if we win, who cares, right? We're gonna win this thing. It doesn't matter. And it was a big stage. I mean, they had the mat, they had announcers, they had a jumbotron, they had cameras, camera guys on both sides. So it was a big event, and Justin lost in the semifinals to go to play France the first game. So I had to win my next game. So it was the first time I've ever been with a camera, with a thing, with a crowd, and it's the first time ever, and I have to win, or we don't even go to play the finals. I'm like, okay. So my heart's pounding. You can hear Stacy and Tone talking, because the table's right there. It's like
Sure.
right next to you. You can hear everything they say. And so, but I got the win, and I'm like, okay, shoo. I was like, at least now I feel like I helped earn it if we win it, right? And I'm like, we should be good. We're going against France. You're thinking they're going to go win their 2 games. Mine won't matter. And Justin lost the first game to Machio Revolt there. And so now I have to go play again in front of a crowd on camera. And if I don't, we lose to France for the first ever, cup, WCO Cup.
Pretty
And
much
I'm
the
like,
first time ever in the world of losing. to
yeah,
France.
we would have lost. We would have lost. And so it went from I'm the guy that's just riding coattails and just gonna, be carried along, to actually having to win for us to win it. So this actually means a lot to me. It's almost like full circle to come back and be on the team again. I wasn't really expecting it. I wasn't looking for it. I didn't, he had messaged out to me and said, hey, we might be looking for an extra person. Would you be willing to play for, the team? And I'm like, of course I'll be willing to play for the team. But I also said, listen, I said, I played on the first one. I said, just pick the best person available. I said, I'm not looking for anything. Just pick whoever you think will be best for the team. And that's all that matters. And if it's me, great. I'll be honored to represent. So with that said, I'm gonna represent the U.S. in Croatia.
That's awesome, man. We are super excited about that. I think it's really cool that they did pick you, dude. I mean, you are a good player and you do travel out here a lot, and why not? Why not get an opportunity?
Yeah. I mean, again, I definitely think you pick. I don't think me just traveling warrants putting me above somebody. You know what I mean? Like, if there was another person who was clearly better, then I think that person should play. Like, I think it's like with everything with cornhole with me, like in any sport and anything, I am a chess player, right?
Sure.
And I want to put the pieces in to win. So whatever those pieces need to be to win, that's how I think. So, if I'm the piece you need to help win, then I'm more than willing to go in, and I'm more than willing to step aside if it's good for the team.
Now, can I play a little devil's advocate and ask you an honest opinion question here? Yeah. Do you think
Sure.
the argument could have been made that maybe EJ could have gotten that sixth spot?
Well, I'm gonna say no, only because he would had to, because there are other Americans that are coming that
Sure.
actually have had pro status.
Sure.
So I do think
Okay.
having been pro actually carries weight, as it should.
Sure.
So I don't think, again, for the same reason I said to myself, I don't think traveling and having been trumps achievements that were made, like to become pro, etc. So, obviously, if some people weren't there, would he be? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wasn't a pro when I played the first time. I just happened to be who they selected. They said, okay, we think he's probably the, and maybe because I was partnered up with Justin at the time for doubles. So
Yeah.
but
I can see
I
that.
don't think you can put him over somebody who was a pro at one time. I don't.
Sure. Yeah, I can understand that. I just thought I'd ask. I mean, because we know, and obviously we can't divulge the rest of the team. That's
Yeah, they're gonna come out with it.
That's an announcement that Anthony and the ACL want to make, and that's cool, and I respect that, and I wouldn't do that. So yeah, I just thought I'd ask. I mean, I know the players that are coming are really good and well deserving for sure. I just thought, because you not being a pro this year, you being selected, I thought I would ask the question just to see an opinion, because I know EJ's, he's top dog in Europe right now. He, got lucky and got to go, or not lucky. Let me rephrase that. He was fortunate enough to get to go to Worlds and represent the North American team in the International Invitational. So I was curious as to your thoughts on it.
Yeah, like I said, I think he's a great player. I mean, even I think, let's see,
Yes.
there's the back of the, right? EJ, we signed the back and put our PPRs and stuff on there. 25 rounds.
What?
I mean,
It was an amazing match.
That is I know it's backwards on there, but those are pro level numbers. Anywhere, and so obviously he's capable, but I guess what argument would you have for him being over a pro or not? I mean, let's put it this way: I can say the rest of the team are pros. Okay,
right?
Valid this year pros. So you wouldn't suggest that he would be over any of them. I would think you definitely would have to say that active pro would be picked over somebody who's a non-pro.
Now, I guess so for me, and I've tried to make this argument before, because I really tried to make this argument for last year's team as well. I understand the validity of making sure your team are the best 6 players available to play. 100%, hands down, I understand that. I think when we're still talking about the divide and the gap in talent and ability level, I know we're closing it. Europe is closing it, and you know that as well as anybody because you come over here a lot. But the fact is it is still there. And I think last year I was trying to make the argument to say that I thought the ACL kind of missed the mark where they could have legit, and I don't think any one of the pros would have been overly upset about it, to leave that 6th spot open and give it and not give it to EJ, because he would have essentially kind of earned it as an ACL Europe pro, the #1 player in Europe again this year. Then that would be my argument, is that out of all the people that are on the team and coming over, you're the only one that's been over this year. And I'm not saying that should matter, but I also believe that it does. It's kind of one of those things where I get it. Their schedule's hectic. I understand all that. And I understand not everybody's got the means. I know this is kind of a far-fetched little argument about it, but EJ doesn't have the opportunity to go try to earn that spot in the States because he is stationed here. He is here with the military. That's by design. That's by the government's choice, not necessarily his. But I do believe that he's kind of earned a shout, and to say, why not? It would be different, I think, if that gap was so much closer and the U.S. was really worried about, I've got to field the best 6 people.
I don't know. I guess because I think about, because you're coming at it at a PR state, you're coming at it from a PR standpoint. Like, this would look better because there's a person who comes over here, there's a person that plays here, and it's like not like I'm trying to keep him from having been on it or anything like that. Like, I don't make any decisions of this, and even for myself, I said, I could post the text. I said, listen, you pick the best person, because that's just how I play. Yeah. I said, pick the best person. I at no point was I even pushing for myself to be in it. I wasn't like, hey, but I really think you should pick me because I'm the guy that won the first. I'm the guy that Sure. I think I'm second in titles right now, having only gone to like 4 events a year. So, but I didn't use any of that or say any of that stuff because I just think I do think pro holds something. I know that he can't get it because of where he's at and how he does it. So I don't know if there's a way you could to do it. I think being a pro carries more weight, and unfortunately he's just in that. That's just That's all there is. There is
No,
something to achieving it. So unless you put something to achieving it, so I just don't know whose spot you would take. Even if you look at this list, who do you take out? And when you look at it, you'd be like, who, you know what I mean? Like that, you would have to say that he deserves it more than that person. And your reasoning for that is because he lives over there and he's gotten to play in a lot of Europe events and be good in the Europe events. Well, for the same reason he can't play over here, whoever that is, if they played here in Europe and were on the Air Force, would probably be winning, right? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I agree.
you know, so I
agree.
listen, it'd be a great, again, if you want to go PR, yes, it'd be a great story and it would be awesome. I just think if we're going to go by like achievements, I think you can't, unfortunately, you can't put him above somebody who is certainly an active pro, but I think even being a previous pro, probably, you know, unless it's 4 years ago or, you know,
you're saying
back
previous
when he
pro,
played.
like, yeah, you are a previous pro, but you're only a previous pro because you declined to sign your pro invite.
Well, no, I would not. I did not make it. I did not make.
I thought you made it and you just
Yeah, no,
declined it
because when I came and did so I knew I was getting surgery, right? So I didn't go to all the regionals that I could have. You know, my back was bugging me. I skipped one national to go to do Sweden and Norway. Again, I was prioritizing going over there and playing and seeing stuff as I play, knowing I was going to have surgery. You never know what's going to happen. And then for the last Worlds, I literally played with Mark Burgess for doubles and then skipped the rest of the events to come to Croatia to play in that event. So I knew full well I wasn't going for it, and I didn't decline it. So, but I didn't go for it. So
right. I knew it was along those lines. I talked to you briefly about it last year, but I couldn't remember the exacts. But no, and I didn't get you on here to like try to have this debate about it. I was just curious to ask.
No, it's a good conversation, and again, it just comes down to, would you rather see PR or the best available?
Sure.
You know, it's kind of like when we do rules. Like I think I was talking with Thomas, and you know, like he was saying who got in for Germany, and he was saying that all the clubs made a rule, and they all voted, right? And you had to have your votes in by 6 p.m. on this one day, and somebody put their vote in at 6:10 or something, and that would have made it a tie, and then they would have had to come up with something else, and they're like, oh well, do we let it in, do we not let it in? It's like, no, because you have set things, and that's it. And so I think that's the way you should do things, and you have a set thing, and then nobody can argue, because somebody could argue if you do it the other way. If you do it the other way, they go, well, you're just doing that because he lives over here and he's been playing over here, but I'm literally a pro and I wanted to, you know, wanted to go.
No, I agree. And having, you know, gotten to see who the team is, you're not gonna get any arguments from me, man. I know those five, and they're all amazing players.
Yeah, no, it's and you know, again, I'd like to listen, you know, maybe he'll come back to the States at some point and he'll get his pro, and then they'll, you know, in 2028 he'll be the guy for the
Possibly.
US, you know, or the Olympics. I mean, he's still young enough to, maybe he'll be an Olympic representative. I don't know.
Maybe.
It won't be me.
So you had a busy summer. You've been over here a number of times. So you're about to come back for the third time this year, because you went back, then came back, right?
Yep.
And now you're coming back for Austria in a week.
Yep.
Then you'll go back home.
7 days.
And then fly back for Croatia.
7 days, and then come back out and go to Croatia.
I mean, when you get to the airport, do all the TSA agents go, hey, Sean, come on through, man?
Should. I do have I used to have Clear, But I do have pre-check, so I get through pretty quick. Clear was they only have in certain ones, but I didn't renew it because you actually get people mad because like they like take you all the way to the front, stop the person who's going to the next thing, and put you in front of them.
Uh-oh.
And it's like, whoa! I'm like, people just get furious over it. I get that I paid for it, but I was like, you know what? I'll just do TSA pre-check. The line's not that long, and you don't piss anybody off.
Yeah. So yeah, Austria in a week, right? Next
Yeah.
weekend.
So Sweden is this weekend, right? And
It is.
EJ's going there. He's trying to get a win in so he can get close to me in titles before I
Well, it
come
might
to.
happen.
Hey, look, I told him, I said, go do it. I said, break it. I said, that's what records are for, right? You try to climb next guy.
For sure.
If you're looking at that and that's driving you, then that's awesome. That's fine. But yeah, so I'm gonna play with EJ in Austria. I'm gonna fly in the
See, I think
Munich.
that's smart because then if y'all win, he can't break your record at best.
No,
He
he
can just
can't,
get
but
one
I
more
think-
with you.
I think if he gets one next, just doing singles and doubles, I think if he gets one in Sweden, which is a good chance, at least one or the other, I think he'll tie me. If he gets two, he'd be one ahead of me. So that would make Austria kind of, because if I got both, then I would jump him, And I don't know do you know how many Roman has?
I don't. I think we're in the double digits for sure. I think we're setting. I think about 17 or 18 maybe.
No way, he's not that far.
Yeah, because he's had
I mean,
some
if
doubles
you count
and
like
singles.
blind draws, then yeah, I don't think because he just passed me. They had posted it this year, and I don't think he's put 8 on top of that. I don't even know if there's. I mean, I don't think he's
Okay.
put that
Then
ahead.
maybe it's a little less.
Have to
Maybe
see-
about
I'll have to see,
probably
but
13.
Yeah, I mean that would sound like which is a lot.
I thought it was more though because I thought he had because he had a couple last year and then he kind of went on a tear at the beginning of this season and he had like quite a few right out the gate. But I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But now I want to look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to see how many doubles and singles doubles and singles you have. But if you count like teams and blind draws, I'm at like 16.
See, I thought you had more than that.
No, I got 10. I got 10 doubles and singles. EJ has 9 now, he said. But that's again, like I have 2 sweeps. Like I swept Finland and I swept Sweden last year. But they're not really 6 because nobody. Even though you get the same amount of points, at least that you do here. I imagine you do there for blind draws. You get the same amount of points. Do you get the same first place points?
Yeah. No, like, what do you mean? You mean like as?
I don't know how your point system works. I never really, I mean, obviously I didn't need to. So like,
I want to say maybe 40 points for a win.
So how many points do you get for a doubles win?
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
How's it going there, Graham?
All right. I'm just trying to stay awake.
All right. What time is it there?
9:30.
It's 9:30, but big
9:30. You're already tired.
I'll be staying up late though. First game of the season, isn't it? Eagles fan, so.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'll potentially shoot myself in the foot by wearing this if it all goes south. So
Yeah,
if the episode doesn't get posted, Dallas blew us out.
If Dallas blows you out, you have a lot of troubles.
Yeah, I can't see it happening.
I can't quite look this up, so I'm not 100% sure, Sean.
All right. But like here, it's like the same. But nobody likes to really count the blind draws. But I think it's harder. You're just going to give me a random person. I got to go win it.
Yeah, I think here it's probably harder. I think when you talk blind draws in the States though, it's a pro blind draw, so everybody's
Yeah.
at least an
But
elite
you
player.
get you can have a ridiculous team come together too because
Sure.
they're all pro. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
If
get
your
that.
team, you're like, oh,
But
because not all pros are equal. I mean, they're all very good. They're all, but not all
yeah,
pros are
but
equal.
what I mean though is here, you might get paired up with Graham.
Hey,
What's that? Graham was
we paired
fire.
up in the. I think
Graham
we
was
swapped
fire,
3
man.
times,
I
and
know.
we've won all 3.
I'm trying to give you an opportunity to brag, Graham.
Yeah, no, I'm helping. Yeah, Graham did really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, but both
Yeah.
UK Opens, we ended up playing the swap game together.
I mean, he
Won
did
it,
make the
and
game
won in
interesting,
Trier
giving
last
up a
year.
lot in the one round, but he did.
Gave up the 9 against Alex, and then you just
Yeah,
had to.
yeah. But we won that
stop
game. He gave up a
Kick to win
9,
that last.
and we won the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Silky making you run 12s down the other end. It was. And I just managed to claw some points back off Alex.
So yeah, blind draw is 40 points.
Yeah.
Let me see what doubles is.
I think it's 200 maybe.
Doubles final bracket. Tourney standings. Yeah, it's 2. So yeah, here's it's not the same by the points are not even close. Because like when we do a conference here or a regional, like if you win the blind draw doubles, you don't even have to play the doubles because you already get those are already count for the same amount of points as your doubles would. So if you get that's why a lot of people play the blind draw, because if especially if there's a power team coming to the regional, if you end up in a good and you get the doubles points it's the same amount of points.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That to me is kind of I don't know, man. That's a weird one.
It is weird, but I mean, you have to be very good if you're winning all the blind draws, though. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, especially here when you have so many people who are going to be 9+ shooters, you're not really going to get, if you get somebody who's not a real good shooter, they're not going to win a whole lot of the blind draws. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's going to offset some weird way,
Yeah. So yeah.
And I didn't make the point system. I just know that's how it works, and it's pretty good. Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, gives you 2 chances.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. I figure that's probably the only reason I'm as high in the rankings as I am is because I've done pretty well at blind draws and swap. But yeah, so Austria in a week, that should be a good little tournament. I really wanted to go to that one, but it just kind of didn't work out.
It looks like it's a pretty spot.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see it and go there. I'm not excited for the travel. It's going to be a lot. Go there, because I fly into Munich, then I take a train there. And so I stay there. We're going to play. Then I'm going to ride back with EJ, and I think there's a car full of people, and they're going to drop me off in Frankfurt. And then I'll take a plane back. And then in 7 days, I'll have to go back in. I'm going to fly to Venice, drive a car the 3 hours to Croatia to the event. Then when it's done, drive back to Venice and fly back to the States.
Is Jennifer coming with you for Croatia?
No. Or Austria. No.
Yeah, I didn't figure she'd go to Austria because I know that's just an in and out, but at least Croatia is a little bit longer.
I wanted her to go. I was trying to get her to go, but she just with her work and the important meetings that were going to happen at that time, she just couldn't make it happen.
So now, are you a coach flyer or are you a business class flyer?
Am I a what? Oh, I'm coach. I'm playing coach. Yeah, I'm playing coach. I assume once you rack up those kind of miles, man, they just invite you to the top echelon. You can. I have gotten bumped up you know, if you because I have the card or whatever, you get like boarding priority and stuff, and then if there's a spot open, they'll bump you up.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky and there'll be a spot open.
Yeah, it's fine. I can deal with it. I just try to keep it from getting out of hand. It can get expensive,
Yeah. I no doubt in my
especially if you're
mind.
like, give me first class and give me the best hotels.
Yeah.
Airbnb. I do good on that too. I usually don't do the hotels because it just seems to work out. The Airbnb is usually nicer and cheaper, and
Yeah,
I
no.
usually
We've done that. But I mean,
Are you
there's been a
staying at the
couple times.
hotel in Croatia?
No,
One of
we have an Airbnb there as well. It's pretty dadgum good one. It's got its own private pool, outdoor kitchen. Yeah, so there's 10 of us right now, and actually we're adding an 11th. It'll sleep 17 though, so we're doing okay.
Wait, how many bathrooms does it have?
That I couldn't tell you.
How do you not tell me knowing you're going to add 11th and a 12th?
No, we're only adding an 11th.
How did you go? How did you figure out these numbers and then not have like bathrooms?
I think there's a few bathrooms. I can't remember.
I hope so.
5.
Okay, all right, okay.
I couldn't remember. And the shitty part is I booked it.
Yeah. Well, you get there,
But-
Graham, and it's one bathroom.
With that being said, I booked it because the guys found it. I just happened to be the one
Hit one.
that had. I just paid for it. So
All right.
I just did what they told me to do. Matter of fact, I did it while you guys were here at the UK Open. That's when we decided, okay, pull the trigger. We got to get this one, or it's not going to happen. And so we just did it that weekend.
So
So I
who's
wasn't
on
even
the
paying attention.
who's on the UK team? Might as well give them a shout out. Who's on there?
So, yeah, I guess we could. We're going to try to get a few of them guys on there in the next 2 weeks as well. But yeah, so Liam, Jeff Vaughn, Nick and Alistair Pettit, Mark Pallett, and then Tony Gavin. So you would have met all of them. All of them were there at some point for the UK Open. Yeah, and obviously Liam.
I played Liam twice. I don't know if I
Yeah.
played any of the other guys.
Yeah,
He partnered up with Mark Pallett in the blind draw, I believe. Or it might
Yeah.
have been the swap when you get your partner you stuck with. I'm sure you two played together. There's one of them 2 events.
All right. Yeah, I can't remember. I do remember playing Liam though, because I gave him a 9 spot to start the game, and I think it was rounders. I gave him a 9 spot to start the game, but we got on a set of boards there. They were just like ice lightning. I sent the first 3 off the board, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I got to pull this together. But yeah, I came back and got the win, but I did spot him 9. I was like, oh, gotta stop that. That's a lot of points.
it is. It is. But obviously you came back and won.
I did. Yeah. Yeah, because it's obviously.
Yeah. See a lot
All
of
right.
European wood up there.
What's that?
I see a lot of European wood on the wall.
Yeah. This is the other side. I think the last time we were on, I had my trophy wall on that side, and
Yeah.
that's the other side. There's a lot of Finland going on here.
Yeah. Finland was fun though.
What's that?
Finland was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yep, it was fun.
It was
I got
expensive.
to see and find out that you eat like a slob.
Just fine.
Graham, were you there for that? No, you weren't. You didn't go up there. That's
No, I
man.
didn't go Finland.
You ever seen this guy eat? Oh my God. Good Lord.
Look, I couldn't be bothered to try to cut it into pieces, so I just folded it all up and started eating it. The problem was I was fairly inebriated and I ate from the wrong end. I ate from the wedge end, not the open end where grease wouldn't go everywhere.
there was food, grease running down either side. He looked like somebody who hadn't eaten in like a week and then found this like sitting there. I was like, good Lord, man.
Something to
Honestly,
look forward to seeing in Croatia, no doubt.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna just make sure we're not sitting across from each other.
I did fine on Sunday night.
Yeah, you did. But I still can't get that out of my head, so.
Man, all right. So I've been trying to explain to people. Finland was expensive though, wasn't it? I feel like everywhere we ate, it was always somewhere between like 30 and 50 euro to eat. With the exception of the pizza place, and that was like 20 euro.
I didn't really, I didn't notice really. The only place I've ever noticed that I've gone over there is Switzerland.
Oh
Switzerland's insane. And listen, I like to spend money. I'm like, wow. I'm like, what, I don't even know how like a normal person like lives there. Like, I don't like.
I mean, wages got to be daggum good, man, because there's just no way you could afford it all the time.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if you were like the average person who came over here and was like, oh, I'm going to take a vacation, and you'd like, you would run out of money quickly, for sure.
Oh, I mean,
that's the only one I noticed. I mean, the rest of them were all, I mean, Greece was cheap.
I think I noticed Finland though, because I stayed an extra day. And I went and hung out in Helsinki all day on the Monday. And man, just by myself eating that day and having a couple beers, like going around Helsinki, I think I spent $150. And I thought,
yeah,
man, like my dinner, I went to this one little restaurant and I had a dinner and it was, well, I ordered a double of one of their local whiskeys. And between that and dinner, I mean, that was, I think, close to 70, 75 euro just for those two.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds expensive. But I mean, but where were you eating? You know what I mean? Like, that matters too. Like, was it a really nice place?
Not if you go in, it was like, I can't think of the name of it, but like it reminded me of like a honky tonk, because it was like just kind of a weird vibe, but it had like this. Here you go, because it's been in the news. It had a Cracker Barrel like feel to it, right? Like that kind of feel. I'm not saying exactly like a Cracker Barrel, but you go in those kind of tables, that kind of thing. But yeah, it was kind of expensive, man. And then earlier in the day, I'd eaten just kind of on the seaside where they have their little market stalls and all that. Now, granted, I didn't have to spend as much as I did, but I was like, ooh, I want to try this. Ooh, I want to try this. So I had a few things, but yeah, it just seemed.
I mean, maybe because I didn't spend a lot. I did go to Helsinki, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time in there.
Yeah.
It could be because that's probably their number one city too, right?
Oh, for sure. And most of the places I went, like beers were like, I don't know, anywhere from like 8 to 11 euro. I was like, crap.
Drink less beer.
Well, I did that day. I did that day. But then I rented a scooter, and that was like $1.50 for 4 hours. I was like, certain things were really cheap. Other like food and beverage, really expensive. So I don't know.
That's how I got to the event every day. On a scooter. I took the scooter every day. I'd go to like McDonald's on the scooter, and then I would get food and then drive the scooter to the event every morning. I will say though, the McDonald's there was the grossest thing I've ever seen. Like I have pictures. Like I'll find them. I'll send them to you. Like the outside, it's like people just threw all their shit on the floor. Like it was so gross. And I was like, and when I went the first day, I was like, Jesus, man, this is gross. It's like everywhere. I'm like, well, maybe they'll clean it the next day. And the next day, the same stuff was there with more stuff.
See, we didn't.
I was like, good Lord. I was like, I guess they're just like, that's not my problem. Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm not cleaning the outside up. I don't
Yeah.
care.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was crazy, but what do I know? I don't know.
Because I didn't think. I mean, everywhere I went in Helsinki, it all seemed pretty nice. Like there wasn't a bunch of
Helsinki is
trash
fine.
around.
Listen, I'll send it to you. The only thing is like close to how bad that is. Like if the representation of how you were eating was there outside, that would have been
Sean,
just everywhere. Yeah, you're not living that down. I wish I should have got out my camcorder or should have got my phone out and like videoed
obviously. I'm pretty sure your daughter was shell shocked.
it.
Talk shit. Talk shit. See what happens?
Yeah, it doesn't happen to
got
you.
my back.
You have those tiny little two things behind you.
Couple things. Nothing major. I do have an ACO championship for a major for last season. And then I have a second place in the swamp in the Switzerland tournament this year. All right, so Croatia in 3 weeks, man. You excited?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna be a
even
good time.
outside of the World Cup part, are you excited to get over here, play in the European Championships, and see what's up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always have a good time when I'm going over there, and plus Croatia's like one of my favorite places, favorite people to play cornhole with. So
right. I agree.
they're definitely my favorite. I just like the way they support each other and watch each other's games, no matter what. Even if it's a rounders game and it's a close game, they're all there. Like that's what cornhole should be. I hope they never lose it. So I think that's what everybody should be. You know, like I always want to beat you. I don't care if it's Graham. I don't care if it's Tony Smith. I don't care who it is in the world I'm playing against. I want to beat you. But when I'm not playing with you against you, then I want to see a good game. And if I'm friends with you, I want to root for you.
Sure.
You know, regardless, I just want to see a good game. I don't root against people. I'm not against, you know, it's like just, I think, especially if it's your group, you should be for them and rooting for them. I really like how the Croatians do it, and I really hope they never lose that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
glad
going to Croatia. It's
yeah, and this would be the third time I've been there. I was there last year. Me and Denny won doubles, and then I was there this year. I played with Dean, and then I'll be coming back this year. So
yeah. The only reason I didn't go to Croatia this year is because I knew I'd be back in September for the European Championships. But as you know, I took my daughter last year, as you know, to Croatia. Yep. We had a great time. Good food. I remember when we got there last year. So anybody out there listening, the Croatians will put their pizza against any Italian pizza any day of the week because they believe that they have superb pizza. And I'm not going to lie to you. We ate a lot of pizza when we were there last year because my daughter being a pescatarian, it was hard to find foods. So we ended up eating a lot of pizza. And they might be onto something, man. I'm not willing to go as far as to say that it was better than Italian pizza, but it was real good though. Real good.
I'll have to put it to the test because
we'll let the fat lad decide that one.
Yeah, I'm kind of
it's just a fat lad's opinion on food, so
yeah.
I
watched that Dave Portnoy. You know who Dave Portnoy is, right? The Barstool.
Yeah.
So I think it was COVID, and I just kept watching. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't know what his name was. And you know, like you get videos in Facebook, and the guy comes up, he's doing a pizza review. And then I watched another pizza review. And then I watched another pizza review. And all of a sudden I'm like 40 pizza reviews deep. And I said to Jen, I said, I don't know why I keep watching these pizza reviews. But every time I see it, I go, oh, I wonder what he grades this. And he's kind of funny with what he does. And sometimes he has people on. But I'm like, I cannot believe I've watched like 50 pizza reviews.
Yeah, but you start watching it, and you're watching it, and you're thinking, I reckon that's going to be an 8.5.
Yeah.
You start scoring it yourself.
You start going. You look at the pizza, and you're like, it's like a 7-8. He's gonna say it's a 7-8. Especially when you have to see the undercarriage. because you don't know to see the undercarriage and how much the flop you got. So yeah, we actually went to was it Bleeker's the hell John's a Bleeker because he was the highest at the time and he might still be the highest.
Yeah, he's
And
one
so
of the few in the nines.
Jen had to go to the city, and she's like, "Oh, we'll go to the John's a Bleecker." I'm like, "All right, I want to like this." The dude went crazy and said, "This is the best pizza." It was a 9.5, and this guy doesn't even he doesn't like to give eights. You know, if you get in the eights, that's a great fucking pizza. And he was like 9.5 for this. I'm like, "Oh Jesus, this has got to be like
life changing."
Yeah, it's got to be crazy. So we go and we're walking down the street. Now, mind you, pizza place, New York City pizza place, nobody there. Maybe there's like one person or something. Like it's not busy. Maybe it's like 2 in the afternoon or something. Walk down the street, I see the John's of Bleecker. There is a freaking line down the block. And I said to Jess, get the hell out. I was like, I am not waiting in this. She's like, well, we came all this way. And I'm like, oh my God. And so I'm like, all right, fine. So we wait. And it probably took us like, I don't know how long it took us to get in. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But so maybe it was like 40 minutes or something like that, waiting to come in. But you can see them cook it. There's like the pizza oven thing in there. And it's tight because they're trying to get people in. And it was awesome. It was awesome pizza. It was ridiculous.
Well, I've never been to New York. I do want to go eat New York pizza because y'all talk about it like it's the best thing since
Well, go
sliced
to
bread.
John's a Bleecker. Make sure you got plenty of time to wait in line, and
Okay.
then and get yourself a pizza. It's definitely
But
that is the best pizza I've had.
we will have some pizza in Croatia.
All right. Well,
It was good, man. It was good.
I'm sure Graham and I can be impartial judges.
Yeah, one bite, everyone knows the rules.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, one bite. Everybody knows the rules, and you know, we'll be impartial judges, and we'll make some. We'll see how it goes. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll take
let's
one.
do it.
I will fall on the sword, and sample the pizza.
Fair. So, good luck in Austria.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yep. Also, thank you.
On making
Definitely
Team
feel
USA.
fortunate.
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to watching you guys play, to watching you play, because it's always like I've met a few of the returning, or I've met a few of the people that are going to be on Team USA. I met them last year and all that, but it's different with you because I consider, I don't just know you. Like we talk on a regular basis. Yeah. We're mates. We're friends. We see each other on a regular basis. So it makes it that much cooler to actually, have you on the team because it's not like, oh, okay, cool. I've seen this person on TV. Yeah, I've talked to him once and, wherever or online maybe once or something like that. It's cool to have you on there because we see you on a regular and we talk to you on a regular. So
yeah, I mean, listen, it would be great. I mean, I know that, like I said before, you should root for your, you're living in UK. He is UK. You root when UK plays us. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Us. Root for UK and root against me. I understand that. But like, if we're not playing them, it'd be great, to have people rooting for me and cheering me on, obviously. For sure. So that's great. So I'm glad you had me on. I'm glad I got to announce it. I'm glad to be able to represent. And now I'm more happy for Croatia, not because of playing for Team USA, but apparently I have some good pizza that's gonna be eaten. So that added to the list.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in Croatia.
3 weeks, man. Definitely. 3 weeks. We'll see you there, bud.
All right. See you.
We'll be right. Thank you. We'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. All right, man. It's always good to have Sean on.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's a lot of fun. He's the only person that talks as much as I do.
Yeah. But he's quite when he asks people about our favorite episodes of ours, is always at the top of that list. Like
for sure.
Super knowledgeable, like very insightful about the game. So I say pleasure having him on, and sure it won't be the last time.
No, of course it won't. Like I said, we'll try to. I would ideally like to try to go live a couple of times, just for some fun while we're in Croatia. Whenever we get an opportunity, if Sean's around, let's quickly go live on some YouTube and on Facebook and just really just bullshit some cornhole, man, because it's fun. It's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Like I said, we decided to do this episode because Sean reached out to us yesterday to let us know that he had made Team USA, which is, again, awesome, man. Super stoked for him.
Shout out to American Cornhole for allowing him to break the news exclusively to us on here. They didn't have to allow him to do that.
They didn't.
They could have made everybody wait, so appreciate that from them.
Yeah. The whole deal is we just said we wouldn't announce the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Although it's a good team. It is a good team. It's going to be a fun team to watch as well. So, but I don't have anything else, man. Like I said, this is just a bonus episode just to announce this, and hopefully we can get it over to editing and get it out. Hopefully by tomorrow sometime, if not Saturday. Because it is Thursday night for you guys that don't know out there. So, but in the meantime, I'm Josh.
I'm Graham. Remember,
Just board it.
bought it. Latest.
Later, brother.